Hello, good evening, and a very warm welcome to all the viewers of Bharat FM and Bharat TV. As you all know, the different states of USA are celebrating the um, October month as the Hindu Heritage Month, and Arizona is not behind. And we have with us today Ramya Ranganathan from Bharat Heritage Organization, a global non-profit organization who just celebrated with a lot of fanfare the Hindu Heritage Month. Bharat Heritage Organization, or PO, is headquartered in Arizona, and it is known for preserving, protecting, and propagating the rich Indian culture. They recently hosted their third Bho Sharad Mela in the heart of Phoenix, Arizona. Now, this was an all day cultural carnival on September 28, 29 this year, and it showcased the three C's of India's heritage. So, audience, are you wondering what those three C's are? They are culture, craft, cuisine. And this reinforces the cherished goal of world as one big family, which is the goal of Bharat Heritage Organization. So let's welcome in our studio Ramya Ranganathan. Welcome, very warm welcome to you, Ramya. And it's a pleasure. Well, as a part of Bharat Organization, um, you, not a part, sorry, as a founder of Bharat Heritage Organization, what would you like to tell our audience about the aims, the ideals, the goals, your achievements? There is a lot that you have achieved in the past 2 years. It's just phenomenal. But we would like to hear from you.
Thank you so much, Anjalee, for hosting me and representing Bharat Heritage Organization on a global platform across the Indian diaspora of USA. So hearty thanks and congratulations for running a successful show and propagating such good activities happening across USA on your news channel. So, Bharat Heritage Organization, as you mentioned, its vision is to protect, preserve, and propagate our Indian heritage, culture, and tradition. Founded from the vision of the great Kanchi Kamakoti Shankaracharya, Mahaperiya Sri Shankara Chandrasekhara Saraswati Swamigal, we have started this organization, a non-profit, in 2021. It was very coincidental and an alarming news that I came across through one of my friends that 70% of the youth who are applying for their college in USA, in their application forms, they don't explicitly say that they belong to a Hindu religion. They say that they are a non-believer of any religion. And this is coming from families who are being deep-rooted into Sanatana Dharma, and families who have been trying to bring the kids some kind of tradition and culture in their upcoming years or upbringing years. So that was an alarming situation for me. And what I'm doing is just not an event that I'm curating, but it is a message that I'm trying to communicate and that I'm going to convey to this youth that our heritage and culture, although diversified, has a unity and a greater strength in showcasing the unity in that diversity. And Bharat Heritage Organization came up with this term called cultural carnival. Why carnival? Because I was going through talking to my son, and he said that the heritage and culture and tradition should not be imposed on us. It should be a fun thing to be, think to, even to think about. It should be like bring them lot of good memories. It should be exciting, interesting. It should be something that they look forward to every year. And he suggested me, my son, that why don't you do like a carnival kind of a thing? And that vision kind of took me to a different level. And I said that yes, we have to do this kind of a carnival. And we took the 3 seasons of the Hindu calendar, that is the Sharad season, the Makara season, and then the Chaitra season. So we do 3 carnivals every season. And what is unique about this Bharat Heritage Organization Cultural Carnival is we don't just bring one festival and we don't celebrate. We showcase the series of festivals that happen during that Hindu month of the Hindu calendar. So the Sharad season, we showcase the Onam, we showcase the Janmashtami, the Ganesh Chaturthi, Navratri, and the Diwali. And even in one festival, for example, we showcase the different varieties how we celebrate in different regions of India. For example, the Navratri, if you take, the Bengalis celebrate the grand Durga Puja. In Tamil Nadu, they celebrate with a doll display like India, and the Garba being celebrated in Gujarat and Rajasthan. And we have the Ganesh Chaturthi being celebrated in a grand way in Maharashtra, the Onam being celebrated in Kerala, the Gauri Ganesha celebrated in Karnataka, then the Batukama being celebrated in Andhra. So it's the same Navratri where we worship God as Devi, but the how we celebrate is so diverse and so rich. And we want, when the kids enter this carnival, they take us through this the magical wonderland of this heritage filled culture and tradition. And they see a huge magnanimous view of how diversified and how rich our cultures and traditions and festivals are, yet they all are having the same meaning. They convey the same essence of why we are celebrating. So that is a very, very powerful message that we bring through this cultural carnival. I'm so happy and so thankful for the entire community for making this a grand celebration that we just had in September.
Absolutely. And audience, I have to tell you that I was fortunate enough to be a part of that celebration. I went and I visited, and it's for not any, I mean, there's a reason why I got Ramya on the show, because she has these very unique and wonderful concepts of how you can package the Sanatan Dharma as something which is very cool, something which will appear very cool to the young generation, and I love that concept. So there was one thing which I did come across. I mean, of course, there were those colorful stalls, and the sight of those various ethnic wares and the food and everything. It was a complete package. But there was one thing. There was an impressive fashion show, and how Bharat Heritage Organization was able to convey that message of the fashion show with a touch of tradition. And she came up with a very unique concept. And let's hear from Ramya. Why don't you explain to our audience what was this whole fashion show about, and how did you magically convert this fashion show into something which is very, very appealing, very, very kind of, which spoke so much volumes about our culture.
Yeah, actually, what happened is fashion shows are everywhere, but tradition is in fashion, right? It is always in fashion. Anything that is antique and that is grand and ethnic, they are all in fashion every time of our era and for generations. So we came up with this idea, and we always feature in all the cultural carnivals of Bharat Heritage Organization. It's called the tradition in fashion. And we try to bring in our ethnic wear, our the clothing and the draping, which is so rich, and it represents and carries the elegance and our tradition wherever we go, right? And we all like to flaunt in our favorite beautiful traditional outfits and the saris or lehengas, salwars, whatever we wear. And this time we had a very beautiful concept called that is put together by Kannada Queens, by Srimati Nandini Sachidanand, who came up with this idea of bringing the varieties of tradition and culture and the varieties of saris from the state of Karnataka, a region in Tamil Nadu, sorry, in the region in India. So it is very, very important to bring that aspect, that we showcase the tradition in fashion shows.
Absolutely. And there was one more thing that caught my attention, and which was the concept of Devoveen. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. And the reason I it caught my attention because Halloween is just around the corner, and I was like, "What is this thing?" Which kind of it's rhyming with Halloween, Devoveen. And I saw these kids dressed up. So, would you like to tell us something more about what is this new concept of Devoveen?
Yeah, Devo Veen is we all know Halloween, right? It's synonymous to Halloween. And what do kids say or think about Halloween, right? They kind of fascinate about this day of when they would be going for trick and treat. They imagine, or they kind of plan out as to what kind of costume they need to wear, and where all they will go, and how they are going to do the trick and treat, and they're excited about all the candies that they are going to have. And that is the same kind of excitement we want to bring here, to the kids, about our Hindu culture and our Hindu tradition. If you see, Diwali is the most biggest festival of the entire Bharat, right? It is celebrated for various reasons in different parts of India, but the homecoming of Rama, right? And he is the great ruler of our Hindu nation. He's the ruler of Bharat, and when he comes and the coronation happens, the the entire city, the entire kings and queens of the entire land, they all come together. The devas and devis, they come together. They witness this grand coronation, right? So we came up with this idea of that kids are dressing up as devas and devis and kings and queens, and their favorite like the Hindu superheroes, like the Muruga or Hanuman or Krishna or whatever, and they come and they are witnessing the grand coronation of Lord Rama. um, and this also signifies that, so through this Devoveen, they also know the meaning of why they are doing it, and they are celebrating the victory of Rama, and they are celebrating the festival of Diwali. So this is all what this entire Devoveen is about. And we came up with this tag word. It's not trick or treat. We are not tricking anyone. Here it is think and treat. You think about our culture and about tradition and our heritage, and we give you a treat. So as I told you before, all these Bharat Heritage cultural carnivals, they feature a heritage village. Like every state come and put up their stalls, and they showcase their regional festivities, and it is truly a community celebration. So as the community stalls are put showcasing the different regional festivities, what we do is we walk these kids through this heritage stall. It's like a wonderland of the heritage walk or the red carpet, and then they get treated with all the different goodies, like a beautiful like bindis, or a jewelry, or a Indian sweet, or whatever they want, and they can ask some question. They will be given presented with some Amar Chitrakatha books. So we will shower them with everything that is heritage and culture related, and kids just had an amazing time. We do, like, to this time, very proud to say, like, Chandler Fashions, and there is a where to teach these too. organizations, they came and they led this they win, and they came up with creative ways to engage the kids to talk about heritage culture. They came up with different games. They brought a lot of sweets and some kind of a the clothing that they can gift, and it was kids had a great fun doing this. And not only that, as they are going through this this heritage walk through the different stalls, they're very very excited to see the community golu, the navaratri. If you look at in Tamil Nadu, even for the navaratri, if you see, the kids dress up as Krishna, Radha, and they go to every house, and then they get some kind of like a sweet and a snack that they can eat as a treat. So this is not a new concept as such, but using it for inculcating, like putting all the pieces together. So we had a community golu kind of a setting where the kids go and they see all the doll displays, and then they think they themselves are dolls. They are dressed up one like that, and then it also enabled them to tell few stories about, hey, what does that god look like, what is the story, I never heard about this god. So they kind of learn about that different cultures also. So we kind of have a big, like a gulu kind of a, which is a doll display, which kids got so attracted, and then it prompted them to learn more, to talk, to ask questions about what are these different stories. So because that story is something new, hey, what is this god doing, why does he have, why there are six babies, and there is one god, six, we tell them that, hey, that is Lord Muruga. He came as six babies in six lotus, and then Lord goddess Parvati came and united all the six babies into one baby, and he's called as Shanmuga. So these kind of stories kind of came up, and it just sparked them, and it just glowed their faces, and we could all see that, and that is all they were Venus about.
Such a beautiful concept, Ramya. I really wish that all our audience who are listening to Ramya at the moment in all over the United States, please do try to apply this concept to your Navaratri and to all your cultural
And to the
concepts.
Diwali too.
Diwali too. Yes, absolutely. So there was one more thing which I noticed. Well, Garba and Dandiya, we all know they are such an important part of the Navratri festival. But what was unique that the way the kids were learning the Garba lessons on the go. So do you want to share a few thoughts on that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So the Dandiya and the Garba, right? There are several places where Dandiya Garba are celebrated in a much grand way. But when it comes to Bo Dandiya Garba, the community is looking forward to it. You know why the it is community is looking forward to it? It is because we have the kids Garba being taught live on the day we celebrate the Dandiya and Garba. So people are like, when is the kids Garba time? And there are like more than 100 kids who participate in this kids Garba Dandiya, and we have a beautiful person, Sunita Kamesh, who runs the Sparkles Chandler, and she teaches this kids Garba as every year. In It's a big feature of this Bharat Heritage Organization. So we open up with kids Garba, followed by the Mata Ka Aarti, and then followed by we open it up to families, and the entire community. More than 1,500 people across the community come join, and they celebrate in a grand way the Dandiya and the Garba. But teaching the kids every year now, it is like they are starting to looking forward to that session, the kids Garba, and that is what makes it very very unique and appealable. As you know, for Bharat Heritage, anything and everything that we do is about how we can impart this to the kids, to the next generation.
Yeah, and then it was not just that the event was filled with culture and tradition, and the colors of our uh, ancient heritage, they could be seen everywhere. But what we noticed, that there was a significant inflow of youth artists, these youth artists who were like dressed up in the traditional costume, they were showcasing their art forms on a grand stage. This was really a sight to behold, I must say that, Ramya ji. Something you want to say about that?
Yeah, definitely. So the Youth Artist Development Association is like a sister organization that are more target for all the art and the youth. So this non-profit organization always tags along with the Bharat Heritage Organization in running these events because art, culture, tradition are not the same, but they are all like a parallel track that we cannot separate them either. So while this cultural carnival of Bo was happening, in the same venue, there was also the Yada, for which I am the founder and director as well, the Youth Artist Development Association. We hosted more than 400 plus youth artists who came and showcased like their Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi, Devandrityam, Mohiniyattam, and Odissi, Kathak, Hindustani music, Carnatic music, instrumental, all different forms of art form, like collaborating with more than 20 plus music and dance schools of the valley and across USA. And it was a magnificent show. And guess what? The people, the kids, the parents who came to that Youth Artist Development Association Youth Festival of Arts also came and witnessed and enjoyed the Bharat Heritage Organization's cultural carnival. So it was all intertwined, and people who came for this cultural carnival of Bo came and checked out the the different art forms that are being showcased on stage. So it was like a true amalgamation of arts and culture and tradition, and yet we gave them a separate stage to be showcased. And we have a lot of youth volunteers. I would like to mention this. The entire Yada event was put together by like all the, of course, the Yada board, but several youth who came and volunteered and led the event. So I'd like to thank a huge shout out to the entire youth community of Arizona for bringing together this beautiful like volunteering to put up this event. On this note, I would also like to say that Yada is also doing the Margari Yuva Utsavam in Chennai. For the first time, Yada is going to Chennai and it is conducting a 4 day music and dance festival. And it is also going to do one more festival in January 11th and 12th in Phoenix. And at the same time, like I was always saying, that the Yada always comes with the Bharat Heritage Organization's big cultural carnival. And in the same time, the January 19th, Bharat Heritage Organization is hosting a huge Makara Sankranti Mela, which is hosting more than 5,000 plus crowd. The communities come together for this grand celebration.
And the one big achievement of Poe, I must say that, yes, of course, is that cultural carnival that it exhibited. That was a true community celebration. The way all the communities came together, the way all the communities collaborated and partnered with Poe. And from what I remember, there was this Rana, the Rajput Association of North America, the AZ Malayalis Association, Isha Foundation, Arizona Telugu Association. This is just to name a few. And then on the second day, the Poe did a beautiful fundraiser, Soul of Kashi. It was such a beautiful, a mega musical evening, and I can vouch for that because I was there. And the cause behind it was so noble to support a child. This is a actually an initiative by VHPA, the Vishwa Hindu Parishad of America, but it was indeed a magical evening. And we truly thank all these sponsors and hosts for making this a memorable evening. I could just go on and on. When it comes to Bo, I'm really witnessing the change that Ramya has brought to the valley, the pride that the children and youth feel in their culture, in their religion, it's not a matter to be ashamed. You know, they feel proud of their culture. They know what a rich cultural heritage that they belong to. So, in the end, all I want to say that thank you so much, audience, for joining us. But I would request Ramya to please give some concluding remarks.
Yeah, so basically, what I wanted to tell the entire audience here is this is a concept, and we want to take Bo to all the states across USA. I know there are several places, several instances, communities doing a lot. I can see in the last couple of years, they have come and they are trying to imbibe our culture and tradition to the next generation. But here is an open invitation to all. This organization is meant for all of us to embrace, and we have prototype, we have run events and carnivals so successfully, over past 3 years. We can show you how to do it and what to do it, and we just need volunteers from every state, and we can do the same carnival in each one of your state and make it a memorable event. We need people, we need communities. If you look at how Bharat Heritage Organization cultural carnivals are successful, because communities come together, they showcase and show off their heritage, they put their stalls, and it is purely, if Arizona can do it, all the 50 states of USA can absolutely do it. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank all the organizations who stand behind all the initiatives of Bo. To name a few, you just mentioned like the ATA, and then the AZ Rajputs, Kerala Hindus of North America, AZ Malayalis Association, Kannada Sangha, the Tamil Association, to name a few. But there are like huge amount of support. But more than that, communities are the main reason why this heritage carnivals are successful. And we have the idea, we have the prototype, we have the knowledge of how to do it. And feel free to reach out to me, like and subscribe the Facebook page of the Bharat Heritage Organization, and we post. You can reach out to this BHO board, and we will be connect with you, and we will help. We will enable you to run this Bharat Heritage cultural carnivals in your states.
Thank you so much, Ramya, and thank you so much to the audience of Bharat FM and Bharat TV for joining us today. Have a wonderful evening. Namaste. Good night.
Thank you so much.